Marina, out of the line of fire, trading war zones for customer desires. She's strong and fierce, lifting herself higher, from shadows of the past to civilian attire.
Good evening and welcome to Global News Tonight. We begin with a shocking development out of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where an entire research facility has been wiped off the map. The Nova Genomics Laboratory, once a cutting-edge hub for biotechnology, now lies in ruins. Its top executives presumed dead, and its operations completely annihilated in what some are calling an unprecedented act of destruction.
Looks like we've made the headlines again, girls. This could get interesting.
The facility, located deep in the jungle, was known for its classified research, though the specifics of its work remain unclear to the public. What is clear, however, is that this was not a mere accident. Reports indicate that the site was deliberately targeted, with explosions leveling the entire complex. The destruction was so thorough that investigators are struggling to piece together what exactly happened.
Good. Let them struggle. This crap should have been ended long ago. And it would have kept on going if not for us.
With no official claims of responsibility, speculation is mounting. The most sensational theory? That this was the work of so-called hybrid soldiers, genetically enhanced operatives once rumored to be part of classified military experiments. Officially, these programs were said to have been terminated. Yet sources suggest that eyewitness accounts and forensic evidence at the site raised troubling questions. Could these alleged super soldiers still be active?
How could there be eyewitness accounts if everybody was killed? Did someone somehow survive?
Either that or the media is just full of shit. I'd say it's the latter.
Military officials have remained tight-lipped, offering only a brief statement confirming that an investigation is underway. Intelligence agencies are reportedly involved, sifting through the wreckage for any clues as to who or what was behind the attack. For now, the world is left to wonder, was this a high-stakes act of sabotage, a cover-up gone wrong, or something even more extraordinary? Stay with us as we continue to follow this developing story. Up next, a look at the growing instability in the region and what this latest attack could mean for global security.
Hopefully there's enough exposure now that nobody else will try to bypass public scrutiny and continue this hybrid nonsense.
If somehow somebody did survive, would they be able to continue their project even though the others were killed?
Honestly, if someone did survive after seeing what happened to their leaders, I highly doubt they'd have the balls to try, knowing we could show up anytime and take them out.
I feel bad that I had to kill their president. I was only trying to keep him from shooting you.
Don't feel bad, Emma. It was a simple case of self-defense. And it hadn't killed him. I was going to anyway. I'd determined everything and everyone was going to be ended, period.
So what now? Where do we go from here?
Back to Kinshasa. I want Vidu to meet Mbali. And from there, back to the States and our boring jobs.
And don't forget the men we have waiting for us, Marina. That's important too.
I feel bad for saying this, but right now the guys are simply an afterthought. I'm still too hyped up to think about a normal life right now. Maybe it'll change after we get back home. But right now, I'm really not in the relationship mode at all.
Do you think that Mbali's husband might know somebody who I could meet that would be compatible with me?
There's no way any of us could know that. We've never even met her husband. Mbali met us at the airport and arranged a ride. Her husband wasn't with her.
Hopefully we'll get to meet him once we get to Kinshasa. Mbali seems to really be happy, which makes me happy.
Me as well. Now, if you, me, and Vidu could meet someone like she did, that would make things really great. You can't make anyone else but yourself the source of your happiness. As someone told me long ago, a miserable single person is also going to be a miserable married person. You have to be happy regardless of anyone else or your circumstances.
That's very true. I'm glad I met Doug, but I will not let him be the source of my happiness. You have to be happy being alone before you can be happy with someone else in your life.
Here's the thing. People are fallible. Nobody is perfect. People are going to fail you, regardless of who it is. They may not mean to do so, but it's going to happen, period. So if you base your happiness on anyone else, you are going to be devastated when they do fail you, and that can lead to a lot of discouragement.
Yeah. The more I think about it, you are definitely right. I should have learned from my past experiences where that has happened multiple times. I guess it's all a matter of having the right mindset.
That's happened to me too. Multiple times. So I also definitely need to change my mindset and learn to be happy being solo first. I'm glad there are people in my circle here who have more wisdom than me. I appreciate you guys.
I am young and haven't gone through the things you have. At least some of them, so I am learning so much from you all. I know that's going to help me in the future. I still want to get married and have children, but I know I can't make that the reason I am happy.
Vidyu, not many people have gone through what you've gone through. The fact that you are so positive after all of that just points to the strength of your character. It is truly admirable. By the way, our ride is on the way, and Mbali knows we are coming. She is excited to meet Vidyu.
Welcome, my friends. It's so good to see you again. This is my husband, Mbali.
I also welcome you. Mbali has told me so much about you. I am more than honored to meet the people who rescued her and helped to enhance her life.
Nice to meet you also. I don't know that we enhanced her life. She did that on her own. She's a very resilient person.
But if not for you, I wouldn't even be alive. Marina, I know you weren't there when it all happened, but you are a part of the team. So I thank you all for what you did for me.
Mbali is resilient, but she's also a little crazy. She told me that there are still dinosaurs in the jungle, and that she used to go off by herself for days and was around them constantly. I'm not sure I believe the dinosaur stories. She might have seen them as such when she was younger, and then exaggerated it in her mind.
No. Sorry, but you are dead wrong. I was chased by a pterodactyl. Mbali was almost eaten by a dinosaur that was larger than a T-Rex. We've seen Makola Mbembe. Trust me, she is not exaggerating even a little bit. We've seen a bunch of them.
Hello, Mbali. I am Videu. I am Nkita's new friend. He now protects me the same as he protected you. And yes, Mbui, there are many dinosaurs. Nkita is a small dinosaur that was Mbali's pet. She is not lying or making things up.
Do you happen to have any photographic evidence of this? I'm really intrigued now.
Oh, yeah. We have a ton of photos we've taken. We'll be glad to share them with you. I think you'll be amazed, honestly. In fact, we just got through destroying a complex that was like Jurassic Park with a bunch of dinosaurs caged up. I tore down their cages and set them free.
Check out this picture. That's Marina riding a velociraptor.
Wow, that is amazing. How were you able to tame a velociraptor? I would think that would be impossible.
I'm not really sure. I was just able to develop a rapport with them somehow. They were like pets.
But they could be very mean too if they didn't like you. There were a bunch of men who held me captive. The raptors attacked them and killed them all when they were released.
Mbali, to think that you used to go into the jungle with all of these dinosaurs around. That just astounds me that you never got injured or even worse.
I'm not sure where the raptors are in the jungle, because I never saw any, and I'm really glad I never did. Most of the dinosaurs I encountered weren't carnivores, so they weren't interested in me.
We don't know where they are in the jungle either. I remember you saying there weren't any T-Rexes in the jungle, but they had a couple of those at their little zoo as well.
I had an instant rapport with them as well. In fact, there was one who would love it when I scratched his chin.
One main misconception about the T-Rex is that most people see them as carnivores, as they are portrayed in movies. But their teeth aren't those of a carnivore. They wouldn't be able to rip and tear like people think. They are actually plant eaters as well.
I do remember reading something about that. Your stories are amazing to me, but I'm glad that I didn't experience what you all did. I would much rather stay in the city away from all of the dinosaurs.
I don't like being around the dinosaurs either. I'll pet Nkita, but for some reason I don't see him as a dinosaur. To me, he's more like a dog. Super friendly and very loyal.
I'm really glad to know that Nkita's doing well. I'm also glad he found another friend. That makes me really happy.
I was afraid you might be angry or jealous that he had found another friend. I'm glad that makes you happy.
Oh no. There's no way that would make me jealous or angry. He was such a good friend and I know he misses me. Mbali doesn't want me wandering into the jungle so I can't see him, which makes me sad.
I wish we could just bring him here, but we wouldn't want to chance it. If people knew for sure that there were actual dinosaurs in the deep part of the jungle, that would create way too much of a stir.
Yes, the last thing we need are tourists flocking to the Congo and more corporations like Nova trying to capture dinosaurs and cage them.
Something I've been wondering about is how Nova learned about the dinosaurs in the jungle anyway. Or how they learned about anything for that matter.
I'd be willing to bet that they discovered the dinosaurs just like we did, by running into them. I think they were there just to develop their own hybrid program and then encountered the dinosaurs. From there, they developed the scheme to capture them and cage them.
Bottom line, it all boils down to money and power. They saw the dinosaurs as another means of income. Greedy, money-hungry people see everything as a way to get richer.
There are some people in the medical field who enter it because doctors are compensated well. I did not do that. I became a doctor because I wanted to help people. That is also what drew me to Mbali. I saw the way she genuinely cared about people, and that made me fall in love with her.
We can all attest to what a sweet, kind person Mbali is. But she isn't a pushover. She will be fair with people as long as they are fair with her. But she won't let anyone take advantage of her. She's a smart girl.
Thank you, Daphne. But you are the same. You have always been so sweet and kind to me as well. I always knew that all of you had my back, no matter the circumstances.
Well, we'd love to stay longer and chat some more, but we have to catch a flight. It was really nice seeing you again, Mbali. We've missed you.
So, is Vidu going with you? Or where is she staying? I know she said she was studying at the university. I haven't discussed this with Mbali, but we have 2 spare bedrooms. Mbali, would you mind her staying with us so she can complete her studies?
Thank you for putting me on the spot, dear. But seriously, if she needs a place to stay, we would be glad to help her so she can continue getting her degree. I love her goal of being a biologist and working with animals.
I feel like an idiot for asking this, but would you happen to know any guys who would have the same passion as me for working with jungle animals? I'm really hoping to find a husband who has the same goals and would work with me in the jungle.
No, I do not know anybody like that, but that's not something that has really come up. However, I'd be glad to keep my eye open for such a man, and also ask around and see if anyone has overheard someone mention that goal.
That would be awesome. I've been praying for a man like that, although I'm willing to work alone if need be.
I can provide some tips for surviving in the jungle, and also draw you a map of where my fortresses are. I use those to hide from animals. Also, you would have Nkita to protect you. He is very young, so he should be around for a long time.
Sounds like you guys have it all handled. That's great. Mbali, we're also happy for you and Mbali. We're glad things are going well. Our ride is here, so we will bid you adieu. Take care.
Home sweet home. To be honest, I really hope I never have to go to the Congo again. I think we've spent more than enough time there, and the experiences haven't been the greatest.
Maybe not, but look what we accomplished. I know it's still fresh in our minds, but I think in a few days, or it may be months, we'll all look back on this and realize that we headed off something that could affect the entire world. And the best thing, it's no longer a threat.
Going back to work is going to seem so strange to me now. In fact, it might be a bit boring after experiencing all of this.
Actually, if you think about it, there's nothing keeping us from working to help affect things at home if we so chose to. We could actually be superheroes, fight crime, help little old ladies across the street, beat the crap out of bad guys. It could actually be fun.
Well, Marina does like beating people up, so that could be really interesting.
I don't enjoy beating people up, Emma. Okay, maybe a little. But some people deserve it. Like the people from Nova Genomics.
And don't forget the guy at the bar. That was pretty damn cool.
He did deserve it, but I think I went a little overboard. He ended up in the hospital with some pretty bad injuries. I still feel bad about that. But he had his chance not to get his ass whooped.
I have to admit, I really miss being with you guys all the time. We should get together more, just to watch a movie, have a party, go beat people up, ha 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 ha. Seriously though, I'd love to get together more often.
Marina, how much are you going to tell the guys about what happened? I don't think it would be wise to reveal we're the ones who blew up Nova's facilities.
I don't either. I don't want to lie to them, but I don't think it would be the wisest thing to reveal everything. We can always say that we discovered the lab and then it got blown up. Again, I don't want to lie, but I also don't want to admit that we did it.
I think there's a lot of wisdom in some things being left unsaid.
This is something that I don't think any of us are worried about who gets the credit. Let them speculate, like the news anchor said. Let them wonder. The truth is, if the military would have tried to head all of this off, they could have.
Yeah. I think there are too many people trying to cover their own asses rather than worry about the innocent people who are being killed and taken captive. That just pisses me off. I don't plan on telling Jack or anyone else about our mission. Mbali is the only one who knew we were going over there, and she won't breathe a word.
I vote that we just go on with our lives and act like nothing ever happened. Don't do or say anything that would even spark a conversation about it. We just put this baby to bed and move on.
I agree. Okay, girlies, I'm headed home. See you on the rebound.
Marina, out of line of fire. Trading war zones for customer desires. She's strong and fierce, lifting herself higher. From shadows of the past to civilian attire.